WCW title. Why? Because you just had an entire room agree on Booker T.
Vince Russo had his idea of what he wanted to do at Bash at the Beach. Hulk Hogan and I were on a completely different page. What Vince Russo wanted to do didn't freaking matter. Hulk Hogan had 100% creative control over his storyline and how his character was presented on television.
Back in 1994, Bischoff had lured Hogan to WCW by offering him one of the most generous contracts in wrestling history.
I think the technical wording was he had control of his finishes. It's like, you don't want to lose, you want to lose. It's easy to sit here and say, unprecedented, but to that date, someone with no ownership, but to have complete creative control, that is a conflict of interest. When a talent has creative control, it sort of comes down to a simplicity. Are they worried about their bottom line, or are they worried about the company's bottom line? It's radically different.
So I wrote the first script where Hulk Hogan looks very strong, but he does not win the WCW title. Hulk Hogan poo-pooed that first script. So now I rewrite the script and I really make Hulk Hogan look like King Kong. Not only does he wind up killing Jeff Jarrett, he winds up killing Scott Steiner. He literally winds up wiping everybody, but he does not leave with the title. Hulk says he's good with the second version. So now I walk into Bash at the Beach that Sunday thinking everything's fine and Hulk is going to do what the second script says. Eric Bischoff comes up to me and says, you better go in the trailer and talk to Hulk Hogan because he's not going to do this. Who's in the trailer? Me, Hulk Hogan, and Eric Bischoff. So if you want to break that down, it is clearly 2 against 1.
Did Vince Russo and I discuss it several times? Yes, we did. It was my job to oversee him. It was my call, not Vince Russo's call. He didn't get to vote. He thought he did, but he didn't.
Eric informs me that they came up with a scenario, and that scenario is Hulk winning the title. He wants to win the WCW title.
Eric's idea is to blur the line between reality and fiction with a story angle where Hulk flexes his creative control clause to win the belt as Jeff Jarrett throws the match in disgust. Hulk, angry at Jarrett's refusal to fight, is then scripted to storm out of the ring.
The idea was for Hulk to leave in a state of frustration and anger as a result of the finish of the match. The important element of it was that once WCW realized that Hulk Hogan wasn't coming back and he wasn't giving the belt back, that would force WCW to then vacate that title and for a new World Heavyweight Champion. And finally, at highly